Uh,
Well, let me ask you some questions.
yeah,
Like when you think about your like because I think it all starts around goals and fears. Like when like fast forward 30 years, what are you most fearful for, or what are your goals, right? Right when you're in your 70s, your 80s, like what do you want your life to look like?
Yeah, I will answer that question and say, I want to be active. I want to enjoy my kids. I want to do all the things that I'm doing now, but maybe, you know, less rigorously. I still ski and snowboard. I play tennis, play pickup basketball. I do jujitsu
Yeah,
with my son who's 15. I want to do all those things, but maybe, when I'm 60, 70, 80, I just want to do it,
yeah,
less violently. But the reason I'm not thinking that far in advance right now is because it's like I have a much more urgent need, and that is I got to wake up every day and go to work. I got to be, I have to have a great attitude as a dad. I want to be
yeah,
present with my family. And if I'm waking up feeling like trash, it's not happening. I'm not optimizing my own performance, right? Either on the relationship level or my work level. So it's
yeah,
like, this thing is like right in front of my face.
yeah.
Like, this is the fire that's got to be put out first. Let's worry about getting to 80 later. Like,
Exactly,
I got right now, this is
exactly.
punching me right in the face,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I think that's the balance, right? But performing today also can help you perform tomorrow,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
And what we have to understand is those takeaways on there. And so I always go like, anyways, like I just asked that question because some people are very long term oriented. So
Yeah.
like I go like I obviously very much care about my performance today, and I think about what I care most about though is my cognitive longevity,
Yeah.
right? But that has to do with my background, right?
Yeah.
Like I hit my head for a living, right? I have dementia, Alzheimer's in my family, and that scares me, right? I know I had traumatic brain injury a lot of times, and so I think about what are the things that I can do every day to help prolong or help increase my cognitive longevity,
Yeah.
right? Starts with sleep,
Yeah.
right? But then there are some other things that are really important to do, right? In there. And so I go back to like, that's my number one, right? Is cognitive longevity. And it's just sleep is the number one thing that you can do for cognitive longevity. We know that, right? And so that plays nicely into like, it all starts with sleep
Yeah.
in there. And then everything trickles down below
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so assuming we get sleep on track and we're getting good sleep, and I can tell you it changed my world.
Yeah.
Once I
Yeah.
got that dialed in, then I could really focus on strength training. That's what
Yeah.
I did next. So talk to me about strength training. So again, at a certain age, I really wanted to get stronger because I realized, okay, I'm slowly losing muscle mass. I
Yeah.
want to get my mojo back. I want to feel strong.
Yep.
And so I started strength training, started lifting heavier. Uh, what type of supplementation can I do for that?
Yeah, I think right. You're what's most important, right? The most important macronutrient when we think about strength training is protein,
Hmm.
right? And most people don't get enough protein, especially if you're strength training.
Yeah,
And
I struggle,
yeah,
every single day. To
because it's a pound or even it's sorry pound it's a gram per pound
Yeah,
is really what they're or a gram 1.2 grams per pound, which is a
yeah,
lot of protein
yeah,
when you think about it in there. And yes, we should get most of the protein from whole foods, etc., but that's also not. And so like it all kind of starts with protein in my opinion. When you think about if you're weight training or training at all, like protein is an essential building block, the macronutrient that is the most important. And it's really easy to supplement it with high quality whey protein
yeah.
in there, right? Putting your
You're right.
smoothies, shakes,
It is
right?
difficult to eat 100 grams of ground turkey or ground. It's like it's more than you think.
Yeah,
It's like, wow, I got to eat all that. Yes,
yeah,
that's just to get you. That's just your daily
yeah,
allowance, just to get.
yeah,
And maybe it's like 152. Whatever your weight is. If I'm probably 178, 180 pounds.
yeah,
That's 180 grams of meat I've got
yeah.
to
It's a
ingest
lot
every day.
every day.
Yeah,
And that's where it's right, like really easy natural way to do that is
yeah,
supplementation, right? Because you can do it easily in a drink format, in a smoothie format, and
yeah,
get great nutrients. I would say the other thing when you strength train is right when you and as you age is your connective tissue health, and so right your joints, ligaments, tendons, and so if you think about proteins for your muscles, right, collagen is for everything else other than your muscles. So if you think about your calf, right, your calf muscle is fed by protein, right, your Achilles is fed by collagen. Right,
Oh, okay.
and we right different type of amino acid profile. So right, collagen is a protein; it's a peptide, right, which just basically means it's multiple amino acids put together in a certain strand.
Yeah.
And collagen has really interesting data coming around its connective tissue health and benefits for connective tissue health. And so that's one of the things. Like I would say, you as you age, as you continue to strength train, like our collagen, our ability to synthesize collagen in our body goes down.
Yeah.
And the way we eat, we actually don't consume very much collagen.
So that's a key supplement. And
A key as you age,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, who just blew out his Achilles,
100%,
right?
right? That's 100% it. Like I would bet a lot of money that in his pre-surgery and post-surgery and rehab, he will be on high doses of collagen. And right, collagen is one of the top selling products in pro and college sports for us now because they're using it as a preventative care. I was like, this is really important. We know, right? Protein feeds the muscle, collagen feeds the tendons, ligaments, etc.
Okay.
And
I didn't even think about that until you just mentioned it.
it's really quite fascinating, and the research is coming out, and because collagen was made really in the beauty industry, right? But connective tissue health,
Yeah, you think about skin and
skin, hair, nails,
Yeah.
skin, hair, nails. It's the same stuff your collagen and your connective tissue is made of.
Is that product infused into your protein stuff, or is it separate?
It's a separate product. So
Okay.
we have actually two collagens. One of them was awarded a government innovation contract. It's our collagen shot. So basically it's a novel formula to take collagen on the go. And so we've learned a couple things. Society have learned a couple things about collagen. First off, it needs to have vitamin C in it. And vitamin C helps availability and the synthesis in the body. Really, really important. And number two is that caffeine can inhibit collagen. And most people take collagen with their inhibit.
Oh, interesting.
Right, but this is new data. This is not like we haven't known this for decades.
Yeah.
Right. Collagen research is evolving and coming out. And so,
How much collagen should I take, for example? Do I take it daily?
you take it daily. So it's like 10 to 20 grams of
Okay.
collagen. Really, probably 15 is a sweet spot. But how we think about I'd say the best time to take collagen is pre-workout.
Pre-workout. Okay.
Right? Because you want to have the collagen available when you're training, right? And also when you think about your connective tissue, your joints, ligaments, tendons, they don't get a ton of blood flow or a ton of nutrients when we're just sitting around.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty nutrient starved. And so what you need to do is you need to be under load or working out or training, walking, and it helps deliver that collagen.
Yeah, like
and
activate it.
Activate it, exactly. So you take it ideally 60 minutes before, but you could take it 30 to 60, and you're not supposed to take it with caffeine. It's like, right, if I would say, what's best? Don't take it with caffeine, take it 60 minutes before you work out. If I'd say, okay, what's second best? Take it before you work out and maybe with caffeine. What's the third best? Just take it any time of day,
Right.
with caffeine, right? Because it's better, you get some benefit with it all. Anyways, so.
How about protein? Are you taking that pre-workout or are you taking it post-workout?
Yeah, there's new research coming out that the timing of protein actually doesn't matter as much. It's more so, are you getting your daily allotment macro? And so really for me, like I drink protein after I train.
Yeah, I can't take anything before I train, really.
Yeah.
It's better for me to fast, maybe have that collagen.
Yeah.
And maybe the creatine with electrolyte drink or something.
Exactly. So, but I mean, everybody trains at different times and et cetera, and it matters. But so for me, I always try to get protein in post workout, and then you just, I typically try, like I weigh 240 pounds. Like I have a high protein content need. And so I would get something in throughout the day, but really the new data is showing that timing is not as important, rather than you need to be making sure you hit your macro allotment. And it just, by nature of like, you're not going to be able, like, you don't want to sit down and have a 60 gram protein meal, all right, like that's terrible.
Yeah.
So you want to just spread it out, and that's why, right, some sort of powdered protein or bar is a real easy way to snack.
Yeah, it
Think
doesn't
about
weigh
it.
you down. You can actually
Yeah,
function during the day.
exactly.
Otherwise, you'll just take a nap and peace
Yeah.
out.
One,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Anyway, I would say you keep mentioning creatine. I'm
Yeah.
just interested, like, why do you take creatine?
So, my understanding, and I think I heard this from Dr. Huberman, is that again, as we age, the body makes creatine naturally,
Yep.
but then as we age, it makes it less or less frequently, or
Yeah.
maybe not enough. So I supplement, and I'm taking about 5 grams a day.
Yep.
And I also heard that it doesn't matter when you take the creatine, as long as you're sort of consistent and you're stacking it. And it doesn't have to be pre-workout per se, but it just you take it consistently about the same time. That's the dose that I'm taking. So, and I'm taking it for sort of strengthening my muscles. I didn't feel like it doesn't give me a pump, right? It's not,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like that's what it's for. By comparison, a little caffeine does give me a pump, and I get my caffeine lately by this drink called Unimate,
Okay.
which is like a South American messy drinks. They
Yeah.
brought like tons of it to
Yeah.
the World Cup, and that's got like it's not because I don't love coffee. It just makes me poop immediately, and so I mean I like the taste just
Who
fine.
doesn't like a good poop though?
It's true, but
Yeah.
like when you're at the gym, it's sort of
Yeah.
problematic. So I'll wait to do it afterwards if that's good. I'll have a nice iced coffee, like
Yeah.
maybe at 2 or 3 o'clock to get me through
Yeah.
the day. But Unimate in the morning is what I like to drink, or an electrolyte drink
Yeah.
called Element.
Yep.
By my buddy Rob Wolf.
Yeah. Amazing product.
Love it. And I'll mix the creatine into there, and it seems to give me the right stack.